Hello friends, now we are studying hydroelectric power plant. In this topic we are going to see how the hydraulic energy has been converted to electrical energy. This is hydroelectric power plant. So this is the basic construction of your hydroelectric power plant. This has three major parts. The first one is dam, the second one is penstock, and third one is turbine. And starting from the dam has been made up to a height just because it has the water, and if it will be on the height, then it will have the more potential energy. So this that is why it has been kept upward, and this is your hydraulic energy present in this water here. So you can see with the red pen here. So now this is dam, and from here the water will flow through this pipeline, through this pipeline. So water will flow from here through this pipeline, and here this is valve, here this is valve, and this is nozzle. So basically the technical word for this pipeline is penstock, and this penstock is made up of concrete, not made up of any metal. It is made up of concrete to avoid the rush. This pipeline is made up of concrete to avoid the rusting phenomena. So it is made of concrete. So this is penstock, and this penstock is almost 1 kilometer. Nearly this is 1 kilometer. This is very high length, 1 kilometer. And then again valve. Through valve we will control the water speed. Means through valve we can close this or open this. And another one is nozzle. Nozzle is a converging area where potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. Means whatever the energy is had, it will convert it through this kinetic energy in here. And you can see here is the area here is less than previous before. Why? Because here if the area will be less, the velocity will be more. If the velocity will be more, then the kinetic energy will be more, and that water is going to run this turbine. So simply what is happening, the water is coming from the dam if we will open the valve, and right now I have not opened the valve. But before the opening of the valve, let us understand this turbine. This turbine has this turbine blade made up of half circle, and this is the shaft of the turbine, and this shaft is directly connected to the generator. This shaft is directly connected to generator rotor. If this shaft will move, the rotor of the generator will move simply. I am not drawing here the generator to simplify this diagram. So simply the another thing is surge tank. I will explain the surge tank later, but first of all, what will happen if we will open the valve? If we open the valve, then this water will start flowing from here, and through here, and it will come to here, and this potential energy this potential energy this potential energy will be converted in kinetic energy here, kinetic energy here, and again through kinetic energy it will convert into the rotary motion, and through this rotary motion this shaft will move, and again the rotor of the generator will move. So this is the simply means water will be coming from here, it will be coming through valve and the nozzle, then it will rotate this, and it will rotate the rotor of the generator and the rest of the generating action, because you are electrical engineer and you have studied this well. So this is a simple working principle of this hydroelectric power plant. Coming to the surge tank, what is the use of this surge tank here? So basically when you want to close this hydroelectric power plant, so when you suddenly close this valve, lots of energy is coming to this pipeline, this penstock, and the pressure through this area will be very more. Pressure through this area will be more, so that it can burst. So to avoid this we use surge tank. Means to avoid the bursting of this pipeline means penstock, we use surge tank. This when we close this and the when we close this, then the pressure in this water will be very high, and this pressure will be this water will be through here, and this tank will fulfill, and the pressure here will be minimized. So water hammer effect is avoided through surge tank. So this question has can be asked in the gate examination. So important point, through this surge tank, we can avoid the water hammer effect. If you want to know the more about water hammer effect, just go through Google and you can find out there. It is not important here. So this is the working principle of surge tank. So this is overall the working principle and the construction of the hydroelectric power plant. Students, this topic is not important, not very important through gate, because with the for the past 8 to 10 years even single mark question has not even asked. So that is why I am not going into much detail. So 90% of the point I am covering here, and the rest 10% it didn't ask. So coming to the point. So coming to the point, this is the working principle. And now advantages of hydroelectric power plant. So what are the advantages of hydroelectric power plant? The first one is no fuel is required, as potential energy is stored in water is used for electricity generation. Yes, no fuel is required. Neat and clean source of energy. Yes, this is the neat and clean source of energy, and that is important for the current atmosphere. The third point is very small running charges, as water is available free for cost. So this is the free of cost, we know that. So the small running charges, yes. And the next one is comparatively less maintenance is required. Yes, if you compare with the nuclear power plant or thermal power plant, here the maintenance cost is low. Yes, so it serve other purposes too, such as irrigation. Let us assume the water which is rotating the turbine, and that water can also be used in irrigation department. So this is very important. And the next is reliability of hydroelectric power plant is more. And next one is it has longer life. Yes, it has longer life. And next one is less manpower is required for operation of plant. Yes, the manpower required in any substation, in any hydroelectric substation, will be less. So these are the advantages of hydroelectric power plant. Now coming to the disadvantages of power plant. Yes, the first point is very high capital cost due to construction of dam. Yes, it is very important, just because the cost involved in making any dam will be much high. So this is the disadvantages. And the next point is high cost of transmission, as hydro plants are located in hilly areas. Yes, and which are quite away from the consumer. So consumer used to live in the maximum cities. So this is the drawback. So now the third point is total power developed depends on water availability. It means it is dependent on rainfall. So if the rainfall will be less, then that will be problematic. So this is the disadvantages. Suitable site required for this plant is rarely available, and hence site selection. So this is the disadvantages of power plant. So we have studies working principle of hydroelectric power plant, advantages of hydroelectric power plant, and disadvantages of hydroelectric power plant. So this is all about this topic. Thank you.